Dr. Bashira Anahora here, and welcome back to the Good Bowls program. Last week we talked about meal planning. This week is all about putting that into practice, helping you cook and eat more at home together as a family, and simplifying that as much as possible. The first step to cooking more at home is to actually stick to the plan that you created when you were meal planning. You came up with a plan, let's stick to it as much as possible. Obviously, things come up at the last minute that may throw us off schedule, but as much as possible, try and stick to that plan. The second step is to have some essentials on hand, some cooking essentials on hand. Some of the tools that we need can easily be found at our dollar store or local convenience store for really low, inexpensive price. So this is just a starting place with a list, and we can expand on that. But when we do actually invest in cooking tools, we use them and have them for a really long time, so our investment goes far. So what is that list? What are some things that we need to have on hand? Well, we need saute pans, both a large and a medium if possible. A saucepan would also be really nice to have on hand. A baking dish, a baking sheet, measuring spoons, measuring cups, mixing bowls, and a spatula and a mixer would also be really helpful. And then if you have a little bit more flexibility in your budget, having a slow cooker or an air fryer can also really help speed up the time to cook at home as well. Again, given your budget. Next, after you get those groceries home, take some time to prep in advance. So we can go ahead and chop some of our sturdier vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and celery, and then put those in a Ziploc or airtight containers. We can also make some sauces in advance, like maybe we're making a homemade pasta sauce or a homemade dip. So we can do those things in advance as well. We can also wash some and prep some other vegetables that may not be as hearty, but that we can freeze. So maybe we can chop and prep some peppers and onions and go ahead and freeze those, or some stir-fry vegetables and go ahead and freeze those to use later in the week. When you're prepping leafy vegetables in advance, like kale and lettuce or collards, you want to be sure to wash them and dry them thoroughly with a dish towel or a paper towel. And then again, seal them in an airtight container or a plastic bag. Weekends are also a great opportunity to prep a few more things if you have time. So you can go ahead and prep meat like chicken or beef, marinated, and prep it and freeze it. Or you can batch cook ingredients that can be used in a number of ways throughout the week. To give you an example, you could grill 2 pounds of chicken or roast a whole chicken in your slow cooker and make brown rice and black beans or some sauteed vegetables like green beans, and use those in a variety of ways throughout the week. For example, if you roast a whole chicken, you can use that for chicken tacos one day. Another day you could mix it with some barbecue sauce and have sandwiches. Another day you could make some burrito bowls with the brown rice and the black beans and another vegetable added into the bowl. Or another day you can shred some of the chicken and add it to a homemade pizza on a whole wheat crust. Those are just a few examples. Again, involve your family as much as possible in cooking these meals. Give the kids some tasks to help you, and we'll be sharing some additional tips throughout the week to help make cooking at home easier and getting the family involved. So stay tuned and eat some good bowls.